Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Adi and today we are here with the top 8 of the XDL. That's right, after a grueling regular season we are finally in the playoffs. And the league ended up shaking up such that Manby was the number 1 overall seed. Of course, he went 9-1 in the regular season, beating us in the last week. Fevzi and myself were tied for the second seed with 7-3 records, and because we beat Fevzi earlier in the season, we took the number 2 seed, and then there were 5 teams that had 6-4 records that were all tied for the 4th seed, and rather than dealing with messy tiebreakers, 4 through 8 were all just randomized, and we got paired up with the only person left in the league who has beaten us, which is Joeux9. So you might remember we played Joe in week 9, and if you haven't watched that video, you probably should because I'm going to reference it a lot. It's worth noting that I was out of town when we recorded that, so my audio kind of sucks, and he never released his side of the video, so it is a little hard to watch, which, on that note, it kind of sucks that I never got to see his side of the battle or his explanations for the team, so I don't actually know what his EV spreads or tech choices were, or like what he was accounting for in team building, what he was afraid of or expecting, or anything like that. It made my prep a little harder than it had to be, gave him a slight advantage, I think, and that's a little frustrating for me. I know that he's not doing that because it gives him an advantage. He's doing it because just like no one cares about Series 9 now that Series 10 is around. And I'm also guilty of ignoring Series 9 content that I had promised in like the Wonder Trade topping series because Series 10 came and there was other stuff to focus on. That being said, you play with the cards you're given, and so we're going to do our best despite not having that full information. So, spoilers ahead. In our first match, he basically had the read on me every single turn in Game 1. And I think that if I had gotten a slightly different role on the Mag Mortar, I would have won that game anyways, or at least had a better chance of winning the game. And then Game 2, I was not prepared for Sand Slash at all. I had not prepped for it. I did not expect him to bring it. And he just ran over me. So I'm not going to go over his team again because I already did that once a couple weeks ago. But added to the threat list that I mentioned in that video is, of course, Sand Slash. However, I still think the scariest thing on his team is the combination of Jellicent and Gigalith. That being said, I think last time, one of the issues was that I was playing far too reactively. I think that his game plans last time didn't fully respond to me putting Thundurus and something scary next to Thundurus on the field, like Mamoswine or Urshifu, and so I'm just going to do that and see what he does. So the team this week is very similar to last time. There are a few differences, one of which is that Thundurus now has Life Orb. Again, the name of the game is big damage. If I start giving things attack boosts, I don't think he can keep up, even if the Thundurus goes down. The speed is increased a little bit to outspeed Sand Slash at +1. That is, something that I didn't do last time. It potentially would have lost me the game even if I had played a little better, and I really needed that to be the case this time. The Mag Mortar is now an Urshifu, and the Urshifu has safety goggles on it, and this is because if Urshifu gets an attack boost, he's going to really struggle to beat it. Amoonguss is his best way of dealing with that, and if I can ignore Amoonguss, every single other Pokemon on the team kind of goes down to Urshifu other than Jellicent, and also every single other Pokemon on my team beats Amoonguss, so like I'm feeling pretty good about that. The Togekiss and Mamoswine sets are exactly the same. I don't think they need to be changed. Togekiss has a calc that I've totally forgotten, and Mamoswine is Focus Sash, so it doesn't really need any bulk. The Togekiss has Babiri Berry because of potentially Flash Cannon from Hydreigon. He also used like Flash Cannon Klefki last time. And so living those max steel spikes is going to be important. And I don't think max rock balls are going to come up nearly as often because really Togekiss has to deal with the Hydreigon. And that's like the primary thing that it has to deal with. The Tapu Bulu has a Lumberry now. The situations in which I need Tapu Bulu are the ones in which I can't overpower his team and need responses to specifically Jellicent and Gigalith. If the Jellicent has a Will-O-Wisp and gets up Trick Room, then the game is pretty much over for me. So guaranteeing that I get the attacks off is really valuable. And Woodhammer just outright KOs. Even if I'm at -1 attack, I think it's a roll if he's pretty close to max bulk. So I just really need to make sure that I don't get burned. That's the way that Jellicent beats me. There is an argument for an Assault Vest, because then I can live a Sludge Bomb from Amoonguss, but in that case, it probably doesn't have a Grass move for Urshifu, and I think that then Urshifu is going to win the game regardless, and I don't have to worry about the Amoonguss as much. And then finally, the Snorlax is a Belly Drum set. I think this is another punish to him trying to play more passively, maybe set up Trick Room. I think it's a great way to switch it up to potentially if I need to, even though I don't have a ton of ways to actually support it beyond just follow me on the Togekiss. The Max Quake KOs a +2 defense Gigalith, and Jellicent also at +5, and I think even at +4 it should KO. I think there was a calc that Facade missed out on when I was building the team, so I'm running Double Edge. I think it might have been like an Amoonguss calc. I don't really remember, but I had to run Double Edge just to get a certain amount of damage off onto something. So, if you have been following my Twitter, you might have noticed that the past few weeks haven't been great for me Pokemon-wise. So, hopefully we can turn that around today. Hopefully, after playing like 2 months without Dynamax, Joe forgets what that shiny button does and forgets to click it. My team is really easy to use. It's just kind of Thundurus go burr, and that means that he has to respond to my powerful linear game plan or something a little more practiced or a little more refined. And I think he's already busted out his best techs against my team the last time we played. So if we're playing against his third or fourth best strategies against Thundurus, I think we can take this. But that's all I got to say. So let's just jump right into it. All right, we are back. We are ready to go. We're just jumping right into it, Okay, cool. So we see a very similar team. No Klefki this time, which is actually kind of good because Klefki very easily could have been a pain in the butt, like the screen set. I don't think that he was ever going to go for the same Calm Mind gimmick, but this is fine. The Incineroar has to be Blaze because we're going to rely on the Thundurus, and there's no Jellicent, which actually just makes Urshifu really free. I think this matches up pretty well. We're gonna have to figure out if it's Scarf Tapu Lele or not. And of course, there's still a Gigalith and Sandslash, but that's fine. I don't even mind losing my Thundurus after a turn. It doesn't matter. It just needs to get that one Airstream, one Knuckle off, and I think we're just in a really, really solid spot. There's the question of do I lead the Urshifu or do I lead the Mamoswine, which is very valid. The Urshifu doesn't necessarily need to be there. Mamoswine does similar things. I think we're going to lead the. Let's go ahead and lead Mamoswine. Let's see how to punish to this, and then we can go Urshifu, and then the back is probably going to be. I think it's going to be the. Let's go Togekiss. I'm a little scared of the Gigalith. I probably should have brought Bulu, but I'm also scared of the Lele. I'm also scared of the Hydreigon. The Hydreigon in the end game could be potentially annoying. I know how much he loves Hydreigon. I want to respect it a little more than. Yeah, I just want to respect it a little more. Okay, so let's see. So we have the Amoonguss and the Sandslash. So overall, not two things that I am terribly concerned about. The Amoonguss could be Copa Berry, but at the end of the day, I just need to get the Airstream off on Mamoswine. I need to get the Airstream off on the Thundurus to make sure that I speed everything. At that point, I'm in an okay spot. I was Goggles last time, and he knows that, so maybe he tries to cover for something else. I kind of want to Airstream and high horsepower this slot, just to cover for a Gigalith switch in, which is kind of easy to guess. Yeah, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna hope that he's not Copa Berry. Copa Berry would throw a wrench in this, obviously. Yeah, okay, so this is the Gigalith switch in. It was pretty easy to read there. I'm hoping that the high horsepower will pick it up. I am, of course, Focus Sash, and I should live any attack that comes out from this Sandslash. I might go down to a max Rockfall with Life Orb, Adamant off Stone Edge, plus Life Orb Recoil, plus Sand Chip. Might take me out. But that's really the only concern. Everything else I should be able to live, barring getting, obviously, a critical hit. Also, cool name. French name for Sandslash, very cool. I can't speak French. Sablieriu? I don't know. And also, once I get this Airstream off, I will outspeed the Sandslash, so provided that I do live this turn, I'm guaranteed to get an attack off. A second Airstream guarantees that Mamoswine will outspeed it. So overall, pretty good spot, I think. Provided this high horsepower hits, we know that's not a given, seeing how last time went. there's a Steel Spike, so it's going to get the defense boost, so I think that means I'm probably not going to be able to KO. I could be off Steel Roller, potentially. I don't know what Steel moves Sandslash gets. So I'm going to try to put that. There's a Life Orb. Okay. So I guess it is a good thing that... So this is going to be very little. Metal Claw, Iron Head, and I don't know if you can Steel Roller. Iron Tail. Yeah, there's those three. So presumably Iron Head or Iron Tail. That's a decent chunk. That's a decent chunk. That actually means that it's going to go down to another one. We just see leftovers on the gigs. If it goes down to another one that's like really good, it means I get to Airstream the Sandslash, High Horsepower the Gigalith into Ice Move the Sandslash. That should pick it up. And is there a reason not to do that? No, I don't think so. I think this is pretty safe. What's the punish? Like the other play I can do is Airstream and Icicle Crash the Sandslash, but that loses to a Max Guard and Rock Slide really badly. Does it really lose that badly? It's not great, right? I take a lot of damage, and I really don't want to let Gigalith set up. This play seems like it's pretty safe. Worst case, I get to bring in the Urshifu. If he went for the Max Guard, I would have been okay. If he went for Protect on Gigalith, I would have been okay. Hitting the High Horsepower is obviously the contingency here. But there it is. This should KO. It does. That's very good. And to see leftovers on Gigalith too. And then the Rock Fall. So if this is Jolly, I think I might live this. If it's Adamant, I shouldn't. Okay, so it's probably Jolly then. It's worth noting that my last spread that I had on the last team did not outspeed Jolly Sandslash and plus 1. When I was a +1 and they were a +2. So he might have decided to go Jolly based on that, or maybe he was Jolly last game. I don't know. Yeah. So this is really positive. Now here he could like legitimately hit either of my Pokemon. However, the good thing is I think my back two will beat him no matter what. I could also switch in Urshifu and try to get an Airstream off there, but I don't think I do anything then. I suspect we're going to see the wait a second. Did I see that right? No, yeah, okay. So I can just also just KO the Incineroar here, most likely. Or I can do a lot of damage to the Sandslash. I can protect Mamoswine, but then I go down to a Fake Out, which is really bad. So I think I'm going to max Knuckle this and the Incineroar and Icicle Crash. And then even if he like goes for the Fake Out, I'm taking a KO. I have my Urshifu, which is going to be really good. He goes for that, so I'm going to get this big damage on the Icicle Crash here. Even if he takes the KO, I have 2 Pokemon. I should be able to clean it up with my Urshifu. Ooh, that did not do very much, huh? There's a Max Quake. Okay. This should be fine though, right? Like the Surging Strike is always going to do a lot. I don't think that the Sandslash realistically has any real way of dealing with my like it can do something to Togekiss. Obviously, it has a Rock move. So we see Ground and we see Rock. We haven't seen Protect in any way. We saw Intimidate, which is good to know. This is where Bulu would not have actually done very well. Yeah, so this is actually really good that we got the Urshifu here, because I don't think Incineroar has a great way to hit it. Maybe it has like Thunder Punch, right? That would be a little annoying. Realistically, I think he has to focus down on the Togekiss. The Togekiss has to live a turn to be able to deal with the Amoonguss, right? So I have to protect it here, I think. He can't protect, he can switch out and then Parting Shot or something like that, but that doesn't really matter here. Because I have that Safety Goggles, I think it's going to be... this is exactly where Safety Goggles is going to come in really clutch. Yeah, I think this is... he has to... If he has like Thunder Punch Instant and he doubles at the Urshifu, maybe he picks it up. At which point I might lose because... the Incin and the Amoonguss together might be able to take out this Togekiss. The Togekiss is pretty bulky. It has Follow Me. Maybe Follow Me was a little safer here, but I really need the Togekiss to survive. And he does in fact go for the other slot. So I should be in a pretty good spot here because there's no way that the Surging Strike, Rock Slide Flinch would also do it. Rock Slide Flinch would be very frustrating. God. Yeah, we just see the Rock Slide. Let's go. Okay, that's huge. That's huge. I mean, it didn't actually matter provided I didn't flinch, but, you know, I will happily take not flinching, you know. Okay, cool. So what are the other scenarios here? So here he's going to learn that I'm not Rocky Helmet. Sorry, I'm not, excuse me, wow. I'm thinking 3 steps ahead. Here, he's going to learn that I'm Safety Goggles because I didn't take Sandstorm Chip. We'll see if he notices that. He's a great player. He's going to notice most of these things. If he doesn't, then he might spore the Urshifu, which would be really nice. Otherwise, he has to fake out the Urshifu. I get my Air Slash off, or I get my Surging Strikes off into the Incineroar. And because I am Serene Grace, there's a decent chance that I just flinch the Amoonguss. Otherwise, if he fakes out, then I take out the Incineroar, and I have 2 Pokemon versus his Amoonguss that he can't put to sleep my Urshifu, but my Urshifu can't really hit it. So if it is Rocky Helmet, then I'm in a bad spot. So yeah, here the Incineroar goes down. If he has Sludge Bomb on Amoonguss, then he might be able to like out-damage me if he gets many turns of sleep and has Rocky Helmet. That did less than I thought it would. And I'm adamant, so that's not ideal. Is he Berry? No Berry. And Sandstorm should pick it up. If Sandstorm doesn't end this turn, I think it might. But yeah, okay, so he probably noticed that I was Safety Goggles. Yeah, okay. Sure. So, I do have to take out the Incineroar here. I don't really have a choice. Yeah, we're going to go for the Air Slash just because why wouldn't we? Yeah, so there's the Surging Strikes. He's in a tricky position because, like, he's not really in a tricky position. He has Sludge Bomb. He's Sludge Bombing the Togekiss, and that's really all there is to it. I don't really want to, like, find out the hard way if he's Rocky Helmet. But there's 1 turn of sleep. There's a Sludge Bomb. I might not take 1 more of this. Okay. Do we think that he is Rocky Helmet is the next question. If he's Rocky Helmet, then Surging Strikes is really bad. If he's not Rocky Helmet, I think he's Koba. I just think he's always Koba. Here, Protect is like slightly optimal. So we're going to go for that. Oh, that's huge. Okay, cool. Yeah, now we're going to fight the item, and again, contingent on hitting moves. Air Slash is not 100% accurate. That did very, very little damage, but it's no Rocky Helmet, so that's good to know. Isn't Berry... it's like max physical defense, realistically. This we saw Sludge Bomb and Spore. Okay. So no Rocky Helmet means there's no reason not to Surging Strikes again, and then hit the Air Slash. That's the name of the game, hit the Air Slash. In hindsight, maybe I should have Rain more special defense. He might have EV'd to two-shot this Togekiss, knowing the spread that I used last time. Again, it would have been nice to see his spread, but okay, I'm holding my breath right now. Okay, good. Okay, cool. And we don't see Koba Berry either, so that's really interesting. I don't know what's the item. What could the item be? So it's not Koba, not Helmet, not Citrus. Right, so it could be like Wiki Berry, something along those lines, or it could be Aqua Berry. Maybe he's scared of like. Maybe he's just scared of the Magmortar that I brought last time. That could be an option. I really don't know. Like this is I don't know. Okay, but yeah, Togekiss was very important there. To get rid of Amoonguss. I think he thinks of Amoonguss as his endgame Pokemon. He took out everything except he like left the Urshifu alone. He also probably saw the goggles. There's a chance that he didn't see the goggles, right? There's a chance that he missed it, but I don't think I get to rely on that. He probably presumes I have Protect. What is his counterplay to this Thunderous? It has to be Gigalith. There's really no other real piece of counterplay to Thunderous, especially since he's not Koba Berry Amoonguss. I guess he wasn't Koba Berry because he kind of saw the safety goggles last time, and so Thunderous did way too much to it. Because then the Koba Berry means whatever. I just get to second attack off onto it. Here, I think I might lead the Urshifu. I think the Mamoswine might be better in the late game to deal with the Amoonguss. I'm just doing the same thing. Again, I just want to see him beat it. If he goes Hydreigon, then Togekiss is obviously really good. What happened? Am I still connected to the internet? Okay, we're back. That was a really strange error. I've never seen anything quite like that before because I was still connected to the internet. He said he was still connected to the internet, and also we both or at least I just didn't see an error message at all. So that was really strange. I've never seen that happen before. No big deal. No big deal. Let's see. What else could he do? He could. I still want the Togekiss. I still think that it just respects Amoonguss and it respects the Hydreigon really well. I think he probably drops the Incineroar. I think he realized it doesn't do anything. If he brought Hydreigon in the back instead, or if he brought Lele in the back, Lele would be a little scary. It's Scarf. I think it probably is Scarf. I don't know if Bulu is actually that good into it. I brought the Bulu because I was scared of Jellicent. I brought the Snorlax because I was scared of Trick Room modes. I'm going to go with the 4 Pokemon that I think are really good. Yeah, and so we're just gonna roll with it. The only difference here is that I'm leading Urshifu because I don't think that his Pokemon, his piece of counterplay to leading Urshifu is Incineroar Hydreigon is a little annoying, but then it gives my Thunderous the boost. And Lele is annoying because if it's Scarf, I have to protect turn 1, and then he can try to abuse the fact that I'm forced to protect turn 1. We'll see. He could do other stuff. He could have something else up his sleeve, but this seems like it's a pretty standard team so far. Or if he had a gimmick, he didn't get to show it off. So yeah, I mean that felt like that felt like a clean game 1. I didn't really let him do anything. Here we see the same lead. Okay, and so now because he could be Focus Sash. You know what? That could be it. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to Max Airstream the Amoonguss, and I'm going to Surging Strikes the Amoonguss, and this time he has to protect it for this to go poorly, and even if it goes poorly, I should live any attack, and I should be able to do the same thing next turn. The other way that it goes poorly is switching in Hydreigon, and I think Hydreigon still goes down because it's not going to be Dynamaxed. Again, I should live any attack from the Sand Slash. After 2 Airstreams, obviously Urshifu will outspeed it. There isn't a ton of counterplay here, as far as I can tell. And that's kind of where I'm at, right? I want to, again, I felt like even the first time we played that I was in a solid spot. I had an advantage. He caught me off guard with 1 Pokemon. Here, he is not going to be able to catch me off guard with that Pokemon. Yeah, so the Gigalith is going down. I'd be shocked if it lived the Surging Strikes, even if it's max defense. I know he ran Iron Defense. I know he's running Iron Defense last time. I know he's running Leftovers this time, so Iron Defense is heavily applied. Even if he clicks Steel Spike, the Surging Strikes will ignore that. So, and the High Horsepower did a lot of damage last game. So, hoping that this does enough this time. I should probably calc the Sand Slash. I think that it's Jolly here, but it is Life Orb. We know it's Life Orb. Into my Urshifu, which has a decent amount of. Actually, it doesn't have much more, does it? It is 100 HP. That's it. So 104. But yeah, Max Quake is doing 82 max if he's adamant. 83 max if he's adamant. So realistically, I should be fine no matter what he does here. Sandslash is just it's a good Pokemon into my team, but it's really not that good a Pokemon. And here's the Rock Ball, and so he saw that it KO'd from 80. No, he didn't KO last time. And yeah, that's just a really, really comfortable margin for me to live with. To the point where I should just live a Fake Out afterwards too. None of his Scarf Pokemon would outspeed it here. That's the entire point of why this Pokemon is so good, is because it outspeeds his entire team. I think that 46. Let's just calculate Incineroar into. Is that gonna KO? I guess no. He was Leftovers. We know that. Thunderous was 36 HP, 4 defense, right? So his Fake Out is going to do His Fake Out is going to do 32 max if he's adamant natured. And I think I have enough to live that. So even if he tries to like kill me with priority, I should be able to take it. Okay. So the options here are I can Airstream Amoonguss and I could do the same thing. Again, if he's Focus Sash and he max guards, that's a little annoying. I think I'm fine to just Airstream. Oh, I'm always getting the boost, right? That's always happening. I can Surging Strikes. I will always hit through. Even if he protects the Amoonguss and attacks, he can't KO. He can KO my Thunders. He cannot KO my Urshifu. At which point my Urshifu is safe to do whatever it wants. There isn't a ton of reason to target the Amoonguss with Urshifu, other than the fact that Sandslash could protect, and then Thundurus could go down to a Thundurus could go down. Let's see what it is. I think it's Sash. It's not Sash. Wow. Okay, this is crazy. This game looks pretty wrapped up at this point. I'm gonna be honest. He might just not target the Thundurus because I think Thundurus might go down to the Sand plus the Life Orb tick. I think it actually lives this. I think it takes it with like 2 HP. 318. I'm not gonna do the math. We'll just find out when it happens. But now, like, again, I should live anything here. I have my Mamoswine coming in here. We don't get to see what he has in the back if I do go down. There's this Deal Spike, so that's not going to do enough. I mean, that's going to, yeah, sure, take out the Thundurus. Thundurus is, I mean, 159, it was taking 15, and it was a 22. Yeah, so it was looking bad. Sorry, 15 is 10%. It's taking less than that. So yeah, it was taking that. So he did have to target that down, but, like, now the Urshifu's just faster. Now the Urshifu just does whatever it wants. Let's see, what could he have in back? Realistically, I am always protecting. I almost want to bring in Togekiss, but I'm afraid that Togekiss might... Yeah, I want to bring in Togekiss, I think. The Pokemon that I'm scared of is the Hydreigon. But he can't do anything about it if I just double protect into Surging Strike's Dazzle. I don't know what Togekiss is. It's still Lele. Okay, sure. So again, even if he Scarf, I will outspeed. I'm double protecting this turn, so even if he like Rock Balls, I'm fine. And then his Dynamax will be over. Yeah, so double protect here. To end his Dynamax, I'm faster with Urshifu. I will KO the Sandslash, then he's not going to 3v1 with Tapu Lele. That's how this game is ending. He can, max Quake, he can go through, he can max Rock Ball, he can go through. I protect a little bit, but, like, he's not going to do enough to KO no matter what. Lele doesn't have, like, Feint, obviously. Lele doesn't have Trick Room, it doesn't have any form of speed control. This game should be wrapped up. Let's see what he's thinking. Again, maybe there is, like, some really wacky item that he has that swing it. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what that would be. Yeah, so there's the max guard. I guess he was just playing for me to throw. Right, because I had to attack with Urshifu, and he's going to try to KO the Urshifu with an attack, assuming I attacked. Yep, covering for the follow me attack, which, again, I wasn't going to throw, but that was his out. He can't double protect because it's an Urshifu. He had to max guard. Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, this is playoffs are a different animal, like, even though I didn't get to see his full team, knowing his knowing his sets, knowing that Sandslash was a threat was important, and now that I know it's a threat, the game should be cleaned up. Skill swap, that would have been it. If he skill swapped his Sand Rush onto Tapu Lele, I think he might have had one turn where he could attack me. That would have been very fun. But yeah, so now, okay, so tell you what, my Mamoswine is in the back, and my Mamoswine has no 100% accuracy, so that's his out at this point. I think I might even live a Dazzling Gleam at this point. We'll see. Yeah, wow, yeah, I lived that. That's crazy. So the game is really, really over. He didn't even get to see them on ahead and back. Cool. Well, good games to Joe. I'm glad I got to take my revenge. If you are paying attention to the playoffs of this league, We're still waiting on the results of the person that I will be facing, which is either Colin or I forget. Man, how am I forgetting this? Okay. But the Bryce lost, and he had a really thrilling game with Viz. So he was the 1 seed, of course. Febsy, right? It was Colin and Febsy. And so we're waiting on Colin and Febsy, and then Lee played Jamie Boyd in the Battle of the Brits, I think it was called. Again, another great game. So playoffs has shaped up really well. I'm glad that we managed to get this game in, even though it was a couple days later that I wanted to get it in. And I hope you enjoy watching, and I'm excited for top 4 against either Febsy or against Colin. 2 fantastic players, 2 players who I have a lot of respect for, have really enjoyed speaking with and working. I haven't really worked with Febsy before, but really love working with Colin. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad that we're in top 4. We are so close to winning the entire league, and I'm glad that we managed to win a game after our 3-game losing streak to end the season. Feels good. Again, good games to Joe. Check out his channel. It'll be in the description. Hopefully he uploads this game, and so you can watch his side of the battle. I'm excited. I'm interested to see how he approached it as well. Yeah, thank you all for watching. And until next time, I will see you all later.